What's up, guys? I'm back again with another video, but today I want to speak about. I want to talk about the strategies of the enemy. Uh, I can't. This video may not be for everybody, but I know for one thing is I know it's going on in my life. It's going on in my life about the strategies of the enemy, the devil himself, how he has been setting up, illusions in my life, and setting up these illusions in my life had caused a lot of failure in my life. I'm talking about like from a lot of different ends of my life, from me going to a job or any other type of strategy that I had in plan to better myself. But the enemy had came in and destroyed it because he had showed me a false, something that wasn't real, And mine started off with, trying to find the right career, the right job, the right place to live, stuff like that. And it may seem like, it'll work. You know what I'm saying? Like how, for instance, me, it was a job that I wanted, and I was looking at the pay of the job. I wasn't looking at, I was looking at the pay of the job, and I was also looking at how much difference it can make in my life, so I'd be able to take care of my family, be able to do everything I need to do. But once I got to that place, man, for the first couple of weeks or the first couple of months, everything was all right. Then it's like all of a sudden, it just took a shift, And mind you, I went to this job because I thought I could better my family, and when I got this job, and I just felt like I was blessed to get this job, because like now I felt like I could provide and do the things I need to do for my family. But instead of going in prayer and asking God, is this job right for me or whatnot, I was so mesmerized about the pay. Me not doing that was the worst mistake ever, and went on pursuing the job without, waiting on God or, to give me an answer about the job. And when I done that, man, it took a whole other turn in my life. For the first few months there, it was all right. And, all of a sudden everything just turned left. We stopped getting paid. Well, we stopped having hours. And, the people of the job place, man, it turned it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Started coming against you on every level of my life, to the point that, it was starting to make me miserable. It was putting me in a different mind frame. It was putting me in a depression state. It was, put me in a state of mind that, I knew for a fact that all this came from the enemy. Things was going a little bit too perfect. It was almost like the people knew what areas. It was almost like people knew what areas to come at me on, what areas to hit me on, to get me in that state of mind. So when I come on this video to tell y'all, man, to be careful about the illusions that the enemy put in front of you. Be careful pursuing certain careers or in jobs, and be careful and make sure you trust God to position you where you need to go. And just because it look good and it sound good and you can get it, you can get it, don't mean it's for you. Because all this illusion that the devil gave me that I could do this and I can do that, and it turned out to be a total nightmare. And this ain't, the first time this have happened to me, but it's also the first time that I have caught it. I have understood. I got to the point I understood, this is what's going on. And, this didn't happen multiple times, but, I just didn't look at it that way. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. But now, since I done caught hold on to this thing, you know, I feel like I need to come on here and, you know, I need to let somebody know, man, but that, you know, before you go do anything, make sure you ask God first before you pursue it. Because everything that look good and everything could be good, it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was like the craziest thing, you know, that happened this time when me pursuing this job, and see how things turned out to be, and see how many devils was in the one spot, how many people would come against you. You know, you just gotta be careful. I just wanted to come over here and give you guys this, this understanding that God gave me, because God gave me that you gotta pay attention to the strategies of the enemy. You gotta pay attention to, the things that the devil do. The Bible say that my people will get destroyed of a lack of knowledge and understanding. And, you know, the biggest thing is, man, that when you go in prayer at nighttime, the biggest thing that you can ever ask God for is wisdom and understanding and knowledge and discernment. Because when you got those things, and you can be able to discern, you know, what's going on before you even try to get into it. All jokes aside, you know, like I said before, man, you know, this thing had happened in my life many times, you know, and me doing that, I mess around and start back over at square zero, you know, every time, and never failed. Because the illusions that the enemy was putting in my head was making me feel like that the thing that I was doing was a good thing, but it looked like it was a good thing, but it wasn't a God thing. God didn't have it for me. It wasn't for me. I stepped out on my own without including God. And, you know, these are the results of it when you go do that, you know. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to share that with somebody, man, because this thing, man, Lord have mercy, you know, I know now. I'm just glad that this time I caught it and understood that, you know, the next thing I do, I'm gonna make sure it's for me. I'm gonna pray about it, and I'm gonna wait for God to give me an answer. Now that, you know, the enemy will no longer be able to put an illusion in my head and in my mind, or you know, put a place or a person or a thing in front of me. Now on, I'm going into prayer with everything. So y'all just be aware, man, and of the illusions that the devil can put in your mind. And he's really doing it to a lot of people, man, in this hour. A lot of Christian people, man, a lot of real women and men of God. He using certain strategies on. And one thing, the biggest thing is he using what you're going through. He use what you're going through, or where you trying to go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really pay attention to the strategy of the enemy. So I just wanted to come on here and, you know, give y'all some insight on my own, you know, encounter with this thing. You know, y'all just catch me in the next video. Thanks.